Hello everyone. Thank you for joining Ride Finders for another edition of We Read Wednesdays. While many of our books talk about commuting, biking, walking, telecommuting, riding the bus, riding the train, we're shifting gears a little bit today because we do care about the environment, we care about green spaces, we care about the quality of life of our friends and our neighbors in the greater Richmond region. And so today we have a different sort of book, and it talks about the outdoors. The title of it is Tidy, quite colorful, and a great main character. Tidy. It's written by Emily Gravett, and it's quite colorful. Deep in the forest lived a badger named Pete, who tidied and cleaned and kept everything neat. He tidied the flowers by checking each patch and sniffing off any that didn't quite match. He tidied the fox by grooming his fur. He untangled each knot and each twig and each burr. He tidied the birds from the big to the small by brushing their beaks and then bathing them all. Quite a busy badger. He picked up stray sticks, he swept and he rubbed, he polished the rocks and he scoured and he scrubbed. So when a leaf fell, well, and you see there's quite a few leaves falling. Pete tidied up, but still he wasn't happy. Now the trees looked bare and scrappy, and so to make it all look neat, Pete undertook a mighty feat. He dug up every single tree. Uh-oh. But then it rained. There was a flood. And afterward, a lot of mud. Pete called in the diggers, he called in the mixers, he called in the concrete, the rakers, the fixers. No mud, no leaves, no mess, no trees. Perfectly tidy and perfectly neat. This forest is practically perfect, said Pete. I'm hungry, he thought. I deserve a treat. So he hunted around for something to eat. But the beetles and worms that he usually found were under the concrete, deep in the ground. And so Pete decided to go home instead. If he couldn't have dinner, he'd go straight to bed. But when he arrived and took out his key, there wasn't a door where the door used to be. Later that night, Pete tossed and he turned. His belly was empty. It rumbled and churned as he lay in his mixer wide awake. He started to think, I have made a mistake. So, the very next morning when it got light, he set about trying to put everything right. Then the animals came from the strong to the weak, and they lent him a paw or a claw or a beak. They put everything back as it always had been, maybe less ordered and not quite as clean. And Pete, well, he promised to tidy up less, but if he succeeded is anyone's guess. The end of Tidy. What an exciting book. Pete made a mistake, but he corrected it. He realized how much the earth is so important with the forests and the trees and the leaves and the natural life that grows in there. A space where everyone could enjoy and the ecosystem goes the way it should. Again, thank you for joining us for We Read Wednesday, and we'll see you soon. Thank you again, and bye-bye.